welcome back. Oh my God, that was some interview yesterday, Carrie.
Yeah, it was absolutely awesome, wasn't it?
I could tell you had a smile across your face interviewing her, and I'd have been exactly the same because it was so in-depth and knowledgeable. Yeah. What was your favorite part?
I was just so fascinated seeing how she's also in where she works in the police industry, how much the difference she made, how much of a difference she made, all the way from the puppies all the way through to being a police dog handler. She works all the way through it, and how now she uses so much scent, that's obviously stuff that she's gained in the police dog work.
Yeah, it's such a powerful thing, isn't it? And I don't think people really understand the value of like incorporating this into their day-to-day life.
Yeah, and I hope everyone goes away and has a go at the game that she shared with us. I really do. I hope you all go away and do have a go at that game.
We'll be checking in case you don't. Okay, so we're ready for another interview today. And today's interview was really insightful for me because this isn't a breed that I see a lot of. Where I am in the country, we tend to get a lot of labs and spaniels and stuff. So interviewing this lady about this particular breed that she specializes in was really fascinating and opened my eyes. I'm really looking forward to it. Carrie, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I look forward to share with you guys what we got to learn all about boxers.
Shall we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Go.
So I am really excited. I have Justyna here with me today. And I think the best way to get started, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about your dogs, and a bit about your business.
Right, welcome everyone. My name is Justyna. I'm a dog trainer behaviorist. I'm based in Dorset, UK. And I'm helping people with problematic dogs, but I specialize in the breed boxer. They are the love of my life. I have 5 dogs. 3 are boxers, including a 17 weeks old puppy. So yeah, I kind of have 2 businesses because where I'm here in Dorset, I run in-person services such as classes for puppies, adolescents dogs, we do recall classes, etc. Mantrailing, which is super fun sport. And then I have bombproof boxer, which is my, as I said, it's what I'm really passionate about, and I'm helping people online with their boxers. So I'm supporting people all over the world, which is amazing because I kind of fell in love with online teaching because I can help so many people, and it's just amazing. So I definitely love what I do.
Fab. Tell us a little bit more about your dogs. You've got you're in 3 boxers.
Yeah. So I have Nella, who was my first dog when I came to UK. She is 6 at the moment, and she started my passion for dog training. But probably when you talk with dog trainers, they would tell you that they had a problematic dog. That's why they started learning about dog training, and it became kind of their hobby and passion. Where with Nella, she was never problematic. She was as good as gold. I just wanted to do something with her, so I started taking her to classes, and she was super smart, but I felt like I could do a bit more with her, so I started digging into doing different things, playing games, etc. And then when she was about a year old, we decided to take another boxer from Spain. We decided to rescue this time, not go for a puppy, because we wanted to help a dog. And then Mia came from Spain when she was 7 months old. And oh my God, she had so many issues. She was resource guarding. She was aggressive towards Nella. We couldn't walk her properly. It was problematic for us because I was only starting my dog training journey, and I didn't know what to do with her. And she came from Spain. I couldn't just send her back, and it's not what I would do anyway. But yeah, it was a hard work. And but at the end of the day, when you overcome some issues, it's just so rewarding. And she's the happiest dog ever. She's 5 now. And yeah, she's super sweet. She loves swimming. You can say she's a proper Spanish girl. She loves sunbathing. She loves swimming. She loves the beach. Yeah, she's very, very clever dog. still a little bit anxious, you know. I wouldn't say that she's 100% fixed. I'm not sure you can ever say something like that in dog training. There is always something you can improve, but she's definitely 100 times better than she was. Then we've got Ghost, who is mini American Shepherd. He is 2 years old at the moment, and he's my main agility dog. So I like doing agility with my boxers, but they're not proper agility breed, so decided to go for something more suitable for the sport. And he actually suited really well, and he's really amazing with the boxers. So even though he's much smaller, he kind of keeps them entertained all the time, and he's very clever as well. I also got Pomeranian, who is one. He is people call it a lockdown puppy. So yes, I got him during lockdown last year. He was my birthday present from my parents. They actually bred him. He's sweet. That's what I'm going to say about him. He's tiny.
He's really small, isn't he?
Yeah, small dogs, they do like to have their voice. Yeah. And this year we got Khaleesi, who is my boxer puppy. And yeah, it's funny because I asked my clients yesterday to send me videos of their puppies doing zoomies, because Khaleesi is not naughty, she's not doing zoomies, she's not stealing anything, she's not destroying anything. But, you know, I'm not going to complain about, because it's amazing, it's great to have well-behaved puppy. But I'm trying to film something with her, and I'm like, well, I need a bit of naughtiness. Can you do that? And she's like, no, just sit, Mum. I'm a good girl.
Oh,
so she's
goodness.
Very sweet. She's very sweet, and she's very eager to please. Super, super easy trained. Obviously, my experience with the breed is completely different than it was a few years ago. So I probably know what to do, and I don't even think about it now. But yeah, she's amazing puppy. So yeah, that's my 5.
Oh, fab. Yeah, and it's nice when you get an easy dog. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? It does make a change. I've got an easy dog now, and I'm just like, oh, it's nice having an easy puppy. Most of the time, she just woke up. I'll tell everyone, she just woke up before we did this interview, didn't she? Oh. She was set up. So we talk a lot about connection and engagement. I'd love to know what engagement means to you.
For me, engagement starts with relationship. I feel like there is no way that you can engage with the dog, or the dog can engage with you properly, fully, if there is no relationship. Everything I do starts with relationship, and I think it's kind of difficult to explain to people what relationship is, because people feel, when I say, oh, we're going to improve the relationship between you and your dog, and you can see that people look at you like, well, yeah, but you know, I love my dog, we've got great relationship. But then after we do training and we play some games and we do specific things like using more play, using the dog's food in training, etc. Then after a certain time, people realize that actually now I know what you mean by the relationship. It's when you make yourself a center in a dog world, and this is where the dog just loves being around you and loves spending time with you, and this is where the training becomes so pleasant, and this is where we get that proper engagement. So it's definitely it's number one for me, but it starts with relationship. You can engage with the dog when you have, tasty sausage, or when you have the favorite toy. But is the dog really engaging with you, or is the dog engaging with the rewards that you have? So for me, it's using the rewards to teaching the dog that actually it's about me and about having time with me. And the reward, yeah, it's great. It's something extra, but it's about making that friendship and relationship. One of my clients left me a review a while ago, and in the review, she said that I helped them, the family, to fall in love with the dog again. And that's what relationship and engagement is for me. It's about falling in love with the dog, not not, caring about the dog is very important. And I know people who come to dog training, they do it because they care about the dog and they love the dog. But it's about making it better and making it all about having fun together and enjoying spending time together. So yeah, it's important, definitely important.
Yeah, massively important. Completely agree with that. It's so lovely that client sent you that message. It made me fall in love with my dog again. That's so nice, so nice. So what sort of so if you had a kind of like, right, we need to work in a relationship first, are there certain like go-to games you'd go to? You mentioned a bit of play in there, you mentioned using food. Is it like go-to stuff you'd be like, right, we need to do this first before we do anything else?
So obviously it depends on the dog. Every dog is individual. If a dog never seen a toy before and you start waving a toy in front of their mouth, you're just going to scare the dog. So it's about individual dog. But because I specialize in boxers, and I know, you cannot say every dog is the same, but there are some breed characteristics that definitely help me to help my clients, and play is a big part of it. There is a specific type of play, the interactive play, when you help your dog to engage with you. So it's not only about throwing a toy, it's not only about teaching a dog fetch, etc. It's about making that play a fun time together. But as I said, apart from play, during the interactive play, I always encourage my clients to use their dog's daily portion of food in training, because again, that builds that relationship. It helps the dog to use their brain. It helps the dog to feel like now they've got a job to do. And boxers, they need a job. If they don't have a job, they become self-employed. And this is where all the problems start in. So yeah, it just helps, and it helps people to understand their dogs more when they start doing those things. They start understanding their body language. They start learning about the dog's preferences, what sort of what can they use in different situations. So yeah, but if a dog doesn't like to play and is not very keen on the kibble, then we can use the things that the dog really loves to do. If dog loves digging, then we can use digging as a reward to create that relationship. If a dog loves to shred sticks, that's what my Nella loves to do, then yeah, we'll use that. Why not? So yeah, it's all about individual dogs. But for me, play is massive.
Play is massive, yeah. It is a big thing, isn't it? I think it starts building that relationship right from the start, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's so easy with puppies. So much easier with puppies when you just simple play every day. And it makes the training definitely easier for a dog, because every time you're there, they're like, oh, what are we doing now, Mum?
Go on then. So what sort of play and games have you been doing with your current boxer puppy? Share with us a few things you've been doing with your pup.
So I want Khaleesi to be my obedience dog. So yes, first thing we started with, from the moment I was actually visiting her when she was still at the breeder, it was play. So we were using just gentle taggy toys. With puppies, I tend to use just a fleece choice, because it is soft for the mouth, and with taggy toys, especially when you get sheepskin toy or something like that, I find that puppies prefer to actually grab the handle than the sheepskin part. It's because it's comfortable for them, but it's quite thick. So I like to use something like a rope type toy, but a bit softer. That's why I'm using fleece puller toys. So yeah, play was the very first thing we were doing together from the moment we met. The second she came to our home, I haven't feed her from a bowl, so she probably don't remember what a bowl is. She's getting food through enrichment. She was actually doing her very first puzzle yesterday, and she smashed it, which made me really proud.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I'm using food, so she's eating a few times a day, and I don't really have a feeding routine for my dogs. It depends what we're doing today. It depends what mood they're in. you know, if a puppy is a bit crazy, we need to calm the puppy down, so we'll be a Kong. But if we need to add some energy in training, then we will be throwing food around, etc. So definitely things that will help Khaleesi to focus on specific exercises, because in obedience, as you probably know, there are things that the dog needs to be focused on you 100%, no matter the environment. And positions such as sit, down, stand, a bit of heel work. So I've been doing loads of food luring with her to teach her to follow food, follow my hand. And the main thing I've been doing with Khaleesi is training her out and about. We barely do any training at home. I want her to get used to, one, it's great for socialization with the puppy. Two, as I said, I want her to focus on me 100%, no matter where we are. So taking her to shops, to parks, to a beach. It's time consuming. I have to drive somewhere, I have to get ready, but it's so worth it, because I can see now that, you know, she's a puppy that I've created because of that type of training I was doing with her. So yeah, it's nice to walk a puppy who is not pulling you towards every single dog and person, just trotting next to you, happy and playing with you, taking food. Yeah. So we're not doing the formal training yet. It's all about helping her to have her brain ready for that learning.
Yeah.
So it's shaping that brain. It's helping her to, you know, do loads of different stuff in different environments, but not too much. I always keep the session short, and we always finish on a play anyway. So it's what makes it. It's like an extra reward for her. Like, you did the extra, you know, you did extremely good job within the last 5 minutes. Now let's have a play. Yeah.
Go on, share with people why you keep your sessions really short.
For a few reasons. One, I definitely don't want my dog, and it's not only about a puppy, it's with all my dogs. I don't want them to get bored. You know, there is only so much food they can take, no matter how much they love their food. I don't want my dogs to feel sick because they had a massive portion of food. I want my dogs to feel comfortable within the session. So I want to start with that engagement that we were talking about before. I want to have the dog with me, and I want to keep the dog with me for the whole session. So if I would do 1 hour session, there is no way that my dog would stay, no dog would stay focused 100% for such a long time. So I prefer to do short sessions. They're easier to fit, especially with my lifestyle where I'm very busy and I have different dogs, so I can swap my dogs for a few minutes. But it just helps them to learn. It's like next time when we do something, they'll be like, oh, hell yeah, I want to do it, because last time when we were doing something, it was amazing. So I like to finish, no matter what we're training, if it's a new stuff or it's something the dogs know already, I always like to finish on them in a moment when they still engaged, and when I know they still learning. Because, you know, there is only so much they can take. Their brain can learn only so much. We have to remember that the dogs, they're not people. They're not like us. They cannot study for hours. So yeah, that's why I keep the sessions short. And also it takes the pressure off me as well. So I don't have to think, right, I have 5 dogs, I need to spend 5 hours training them every day. It's not like that. You know, within half an hour, I can do some training with all 5 dogs, and I'm sure they learn something as well.
That is a real golden nugget for everyone to take away today. Keep your play sessions short. And Justyna shared with you why it's important too. And she's a dog trainer and keeps her sessions short. I also keep my sessions short. If dog trainers aren't doing massive sessions, you guys at home shouldn't be either. Yeah, keeping it nice and short, like you just explained. So I'd like to talk a bit about your bombproof boxer. So you have your training. It's an online training school, isn't it? Called Bombproof Boxer. So what does Bombproof Boxer mean? Explain to people.
So bombproof boxer is a boxer that, for me, always it's about individual dog. So what bombproof means for me might be slightly different for my client, because everyone's lifestyle is different. But what I try to share with people and help them with is to overcome any struggles they have with their boxers, because they're not an easy breed. They're very energetic, and they really struggle to refocus on their owners. They're very active, and as I said, if you don't give them a job, they become self-employed. So bombproof is what you want to achieve. My clients got their goals. They come to me and they learn through bombproof boxer training club, for example, because they want to improve their loose lead walking. Or maybe they have reactive boxer, or maybe they have a puppy and they want to do everything they want to do everything right from the beginning. So whatever their goal is, once they reach their goal, they have bombproof boxer. So when I was talking about my boxer Mia, who came to me from Spain, she had so many issues, and as I said, she's still a bit anxious. There are still things I can do, but I'm proudly calling her bombproof boxer now, because there is so much we did and we overcome. And she's definitely she's a good example of a dog that might have many struggles, but no matter what, you can overcome it if you do it with the right tools and if you understand the breed and the dog in front of you. So yeah, that's what Bombproof Boxer Training Club is. It's an online website where people are learning from me. We have we add a new training video every week, and apart from that, we have separate Facebook community, and it's the best place ever. When I was starting Bombproof Boxer, I was really scared about that part. I knew I can teach. I knew I can, I'm not an actress, but I know I can stand in front of camera and I can explain people what they need to do. I can show it with my dogs or with my clients' dogs. But the community part was something that I was really worried about, because I wanted to make it different, and I wanted to make sure that people see this place as a place that they can get help. And it's quite difficult to encourage people to come online and talk about their problems, or get people to film their session and show me where they make mistakes so I can help them. Because, I have clients from Florida, from Australia, New Zealand, Germany, they're all over the place. So that's the only way for me to see what they do so I can help them. And people had to, grow in their confidence, and they had to feel safe in that community. And I'm really proud of the place, because it's people are sharing their stories every single day. They're sharing their videos. They asking for feedback. They're asking for help. They're asking questions. They practice in the sessions that we're giving them every week. We're now doing a little loose lead walking challenge where I ask people to do minimum 30 steps with an umbrella holding in their hand. So instead of feeding the dog all the time, they need to hold umbrella. Yeah. And it's very funny to watch, because now we have...
Oh, you've just muted. You're back, I think. You're back.
So now we have this amazing weather in UK when it's like 23 degrees, sunny, and my clients are walking with umbrellas in the park, training their boxers. But they enjoy it, and it's definitely helping them. So that we do that sort of little challenges from time to time to to help people to get the motivation back and keep them on track and progress with their boxers, because that's why they're there. They need to learn, they need to practice, so that way they can overcome everything they want to overcome.
Oh, that's fun. I love that challenge. That's brilliant. Well, brilliant idea, especially in the heat that we've had this year, walking down their umbrellas up. So you talked a little bit about the characteristics of the boxers. You quite often hear the phrase mad as a box of frogs, and also that they're a bit of a clown. What are your thoughts on these phrases that are often put on boxers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They definitely a breed that is labeled a lot. And as much as I love my boxers for being energetic, because, you know, I like dogs that are on something, but I like to utilize that energy to teach them something appropriate. However, if people are not doing it right, then it can become problematic. So, yes, they can be mad. And I do, you know, because I'm a dog trainer, people don't call me when they have 100% perfect dog. They call me when they have problematic dogs. So I see those bouncy, wiggly boxers all the time. It's about helping the breed to find the balance. So for me, people need to understand that it's a working breed. They, you know, they love doing things. They not couch potatoes. They might be when they over 5 years old, but from a puppy, first 2 or 3 years are definitely not easy for boxer owners. So my job is to make it easier, but yeah, they can be seen as dogs that are handful. They seen as dogs that are very strong. My clients often tell me how they feel embarrassed when they are walking their dogs because people give them a look. Boxers as a breed, because of the way they look, the way they walk, they can be misread by other dogs as well. You know, people quite often feel like they're not welcome with their boxes somewhere because their dog is making another dog feel a bit anxious or barky, etc. So boxer owners definitely need some confidence building with their because they own a dog that can be a little bit active, let's put it that way. I don't think boxers are clowns. Some people say, oh, you know, my dog is stupid, or my dog is dumb, etc. Boxers are not stupid, and the reason why I started Bombproof Boxer is because that's what I want to tell people. I want to show people that there is no such a thing as stupid breed for me. It's about understanding the dog. But because boxers quite often see things as a game. And what is a game for them is very problematic for us. So probably that's why people call them clowns, etc. For me, they're very, very intelligent breed, but it's up to people to want to understand and do things right with them.
Yeah, absolutely. They are a very intelligent breed, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, they're a working breeds. They need to be tied out. So yeah, they don't become self-employed, like you've been saying.
They are bully breeds. They are strong, you know. They were bred to have the muscle and be strong. So that's why people got the problems with lead pulling and you know, the burst of energy coming out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I love boxers. I think they're absolutely great breed, and they're quite a popular breed as well, aren't they?
They become very popular since John Lewis advert.
Really?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
So there's a lot more of them.
I don't know if you remember that advert when a boxer was jumping on a trampoline.
I do. It was a brilliant advert, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So you definitely saw a rise then after the adverts. It does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading things about happening with spaniels when Lady and the Tramp came out, and spaniels became a popular breed due to the film.
Yeah.
Cool. What I'd like to go back to is you mentioned something called mantrailing. I know what mantrailing is, but do you want to share with everyone what mantrailing is? Because they're probably like, what on earth was mantrailing?
Yeah. So mantrailing is a sport where dogs are learning to find a missing person for fun. So it's very similar principle to search and rescue dogs, and we do the same training techniques. We teach dogs in the same way as search and rescue, but we're not doing it to find a real missing person, but we do it as a sport. What I love about Mantrailing is the fact that dogs don't need to have any training. They don't have to have any special abilities. As long as they have a nose, that's all they need. And Mantrailing is very flexible sport. It's not like tracking where you need to teach a dog to, put their nose on the ground and follow a specific pattern. It's where a dog can do whatever they want as long as they find the person at the end of the trail, and this is where they get the reward. So Mantrailing is brilliant for active dogs because we work one dog at a time, and it helps dogs to build confidence. It's great to give them something to do. It's quite tiring sport, so after Mantrailing session, my clients always send me photos of their dogs sleeping.
Brilliant.
Mantrailing is a team sport. This is where you and your dog are a team. You're working together. However, your dog is leading. So this is not where you are the person that is telling the dog what to do. It's where the dog is telling you. So you really have to learn about your dog's signals, body language, and you need to trust your dog. So this is helping dogs and people to build the relationship and get that. People really like to do something with their dogs when dogs are succeeding, and Mantrailing is definitely that.
Yeah, like you said, you've got to build that team. So that means you've got to have that relationship and that trust together, which is super, super important. So can anyone have a go at Mantrailing then? Any breed?
Absolutely. There is no limits. We have puppies in Mantrailing. We have dogs with issues. We have older dogs who retired from sports such as agility or flyball because it's low impact sport. So yeah, there is no limitations. Absolutely, any dog can come. And the same with people. Everyone can join Mantrailing.
I love that because quite often sports aren't inclusive of everyone. Oh no, your dog won't be good at this sport because it's a set dog. You need a certain breed, or you might be like, yeah, the dog's not suitable for another sport. For another reason, maybe because they're reactive. But this one literally includes everyone, which is awesome, awesome. So yeah, it's called Mantrailing for people who haven't heard of it before. Because I know it's a growing sport for sure, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And instructors can be found on Mantrailing UK website. So if someone wants to try, definitely give it a go.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you guys can do to start building your relationship and that trust with your dog and growing that even more. So I've got another question for you. So what motivates you to work with dogs? Because obviously you've got 5 of your own, and I know I have 3, and some days my goodness, 3 is hard work sometimes. Never mind 5. So what motivates you to? You're going to be spending all your days with dogs, aren't you?
I do. What motivates me most is my clients' successes, where people, dog training, just like every other job, can be tiring, overwhelming. We run our own businesses, so it's not only about going to see a dog and feeding a dog. There is so much behind the scenes that we have to deal with, and it can be quite stressful. And we care about our clients' dogs, so I definitely treat my clients personally, and I want to make sure that they know they have my support for all the time they need. So it puts some pressure on me. And sometimes there are days where I feel like, oh my God, I'm doing too much. I need to slow down. And sometimes days are, like you feel like your brain is so tired. But then you get that message, or you see that post on Facebook where your client says, "We had the most amazing walk today," or "My dog recalled from another dog," or "My dog walked past dogs without reaction." That's what gives me that power. That's what helps me to do more and come up with new ideas. And for sure, my dogs are helping as well. When I go for a walk with my dog and I say, wow, we did this, or we can do more that, or we can try this. And because now I'm running Bombproof Boxer where I have to film with my own dogs a lot, it helps me to train them as well, and helps me to push them, or helps me to come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
And they, because they love doing things, I cannot just tell them, oh, we're having a day off, or we're having a week off. It doesn't work like that.
No.
So yeah, my dogs and my clients definitely motivate me. And I just can't see myself doing anything else now. Like, I've been working in recruitment before, in transport. I was a manager in a restaurant before I came to UK. I cannot see myself doing that ever again. I'm staying in dog training forever.
Yeah, I think dog trainers do have a real passion for it, don't they? And yeah, it's like you said, it's that text message you get, and that just gives you a real big smile to your face, or a tear sometimes when someone's had that real big success. That's so lovely to hear. So what I'd love to find out your top 3 tips for getting connection to share with people.
Find the dog best reward. So what your dog really finds reinforcing, what your dog loves doing most. That will be my first tip. The second one would be, take the pressure off yourself and think how you can make things easier. So quite often people, when they come to me, they make a long list of things they have problems with. I think it's very important to focus on one and start working on one thing, because it's so easy to get overwhelmed. But if we just have one thing that we want to work on, even though there are other issues, let's just work on the main one, on the biggest one. Once you see improvement, then it kind of opens your world to do a bit more, and it helps you to feel a bit more confident that, wow, I can do this. Okay, we can then do something else. So try not to overwhelm yourself. And the third one would be, keep it short and sweet.
Brilliant. Yeah, keeping it short and sweet. Yeah, absolutely love that. That's something really good for people really to remember. Someone. Little dog is just about to go in the bin. My little dog that's turning into a teenager right now. While we're on here. Thank you, little madam. So thank you for coming on today. Sharing your knowledge with us, helping us learn more about boxers. Where can people find out more about you and more about your bombproof boxer online area?
So the website is bombproofboxer.com. People with boxers can also join a free Facebook group where we provide training advice. It's called Bombproof Boxer Dog Training Advice. Probably we kind of only stay on Facebook. We don't use any other social media at the moment. So Facebook and the website will be the 2 places where to find me.
Oh, fabulous. Well, I've really enjoyed learning more about boxers today. I'm sure everyone else has, and learning about Mantrailing as well. So people should get out there and have a go at that, because it's so inclusive for everybody. Yeah. So thank you for coming today, Justyna, and we'll see you all later.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.